Alright, y'all. So, your boy on the road, cuz. Your boy on the road. I don't even know where I'm at, honestly. I think I'm in D.C. Yeah, I think I'm in D.C. I might be in Baltimore, though. I really don't know. I think I'm in Baltimore, actually. I'm not sure if y'all are seeing or not, but your boy hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And this video right here is basically just gonna be my, damn, nigga. My bad, y'all. My fault, y'all. I'm driving somewhere. I don't know where I'm at, bro. I never been over here before. They got me in Baltimore and stuff, bro. I don't know what the flip I'm doing. But yeah, this video essentially is just gonna be like my raw reaction to hitting 2,000 subscribers. I hit it a few days ago. It might have been at this point probably like a week ago, but like I still haven't really spoke about it or nothing, you know. I mean, I told like 2 or 3 people that I hit 2,000, but I didn't even really talk to them about it for real. So this is gonna be pretty much just my raw reaction, how I'm feeling after I hit 2K, you know, and stuff. But that motherfucker pushing that hoe, bro. That man just a menace, bro. Bro, he honking at me and stuff, bro. That man just pushing that motherfucker, bro. Like, bro, calm down. We in traffic, bro. Honestly, bro, you know, I try to keep myself at a point where, you know, I don't get too high, I don't get too low, and I don't try to get too excited, and I also don't try to get too down on myself. You know, I just try to keep myself at a constant point, just handle my business. But like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling good ever since I hit 2K. And you know, not just like, you know, it ain't like I've been celebrating and going out to the bar and drinking and smoking weed and stuff all day and stuff. It's not like that. I just been feeling good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just proud of myself, bro. So, you know, a little pat on my back and stuff. You feel me, though? So yeah, bro, you know, I think I might be a little too grounded on that. Don't get too high, don't get too low. You know, like, you still, when you hit a milestone and stuff, you know, still allow yourself to feel good, you know, bask in your success. But that should really, at the end of the day, bro, more than anything, it should just be motivation to keep going. And that's what it has been for me. Ever since I hit 2K, bro, I just been more motivated to just keep getting at it, keep putting in work, and, you know, keep being great, bro. You know, as far as where I am with the channel, and just, you know, with my work, my art in general, bro, from videos to music to anything that I'm doing artistically, I'm at the best place I ever been with this. You know what I'm saying? And this is really why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a glimpse of what, you know, my YouTube or just my artistic journey in general has been. Like, what it's actually been like behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? When I hit 1,000 subscribers a while ago, back in summer 2023, I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot going on, bro. I had a lot going on. My life was kind of beating me down at the time. And on top of that, I had started to, you know, lose love for what I was doing. I was losing love for making these videos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It won't hit in the same. It didn't feel like I was really doing something that felt like I was really, you know, enjoying it anymore. It didn't feel like something that I really was putting my heart into and I was really putting my soul into anymore, you know. But essentially, on top of that, you know, me losing my love for what I was doing, I was also going through a lot of different other things as well. I was fresh off of, you know, getting some tough news from my dog about one of my close friends passing away, you know, and that was all kind of new to me at the time too, because, you know, I never really dealt with no real deaths in the family or with people I'm close to like that. My cousin died at a young age a while ago, like when I was like 7 or something. But, you know, when you're a little youngin', bro, it's like you don't even really understand that shit for real. But yeah, bro, you know, my boy had just passed on, and on top of that, I felt like, you know, as far as like my people around me, my family and stuff, I felt like, you know, they weren't really understanding why I was doing what I was doing. I felt like I won't get no support. It really felt like my folks was against me and what I was trying to do. You know, it was a lot I had going on, bro. You know, I felt like I try to kick to them what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be. You know, and it just like it felt like it was falling on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, you know, I wasn't really good at dealing with that either, because you know that was new to me as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it always felt like, you know what I'm saying, whenever I had needed it, I needed to go to it. You know, I ain't gonna say all that, but it never felt like my fam was against me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say like I always go to my fam, you know what I'm saying, for support. I mean, I was thugging stuff out dolo when I was younger too. But I'm just saying, like, it never really felt like nobody around me was actually against me. But it felt like with me, what I'm trying to do with my dream, with this YouTube stuff, with this art stuff, it felt like, bro, like the fam won't with me with that show. Like, I had to go against them on some show for real. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, me as a person as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be the first to kick to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really perfect, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done did a lot of questionable things, bro. They did a lot of questionable things in the past and stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, though, you know that there's been a time in my life where I've been weak, where I've been unprincipled. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of things happened within that time, and I made a lot of choices for myself that probably weren't the greatest choices. But at the end of the day, you feel me though? I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I ain't perfect enough, or I ain't squeaky clean enough in my life to be over here judging other folks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, me being able to have empathy for others, you know, really came from me, you know, struggling in my life and being on some stupid show in my life. Because, you know, I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody value different things. And then on top of that, a lot of people don't even know what they value. And when you don't know what you value, you don't have any real set principles that you grounded yourself to. And you just going off of whatever society and your family or your culture or whatever is throwing on you. I mean, a lot of times that ain't good enough, bro. And you're going to end up shattering down. You know what I'm saying? You're not really going to stand on that, because that ain't really how you feeling, bro. You ain't really come up with no principles. You ain't ground yourself to that. You just, you know, playing your part in the public eye. But when you get behind that public eye, is that really going to be enough to, you know, help you navigate through life? And for me, it won't, bro. You feel me? So, you know, between those two things, I get how people could be making, you know, certain decisions. I ain't here, basically what I'm saying, I ain't here to judge nobody for what they doing, for what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, it would feel like, you know what I'm saying, feel like my folks around me and stuff would be judging this stuff. And it's like, dang, like, sometimes, you know, like when your mama talking about somebody, or like when your pops talking about somebody, like, man, what the hell he doing? You know, like when somebody, or it don't even gotta be your mama or your pops, but like just when somebody talking about somebody, be like, man, that nigga a bitch. And it's something that came up on a news story or something, you know what I'm saying? And you could kind of, you know, you can kind of see, you know, some similarities, you know, between yourself and the dude, and how certain things could happen. It's like, dang, bro, like, come on, bro, like, I'm low-key catching strays right now, bro, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, you know, I mean, those types of things, I'm not saying that's not even how my parents talk, or how my folks talk. You know what I'm saying? They don't even be cussing like that. I'm just saying, bro, you know, it do be a little bit of judgment going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, that's not just my parents. I mean, it ain't really, it barely anybody in the world that don't judge people. I probably call myself one of those people that don't judge people. But, you know, I mean, yeah, bro, most folks be some judges, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, bro. That's just the real, bro. But yeah, bro, you know, I mean, so on top of me, like, doing what I'm doing with my YouTube stuff, you know, I feel like, you know, it was like, it'd be hard for, like, to me to really, you know, express to my folks around me who I really am as well, because it felt like, I see them judging everybody else, bro. They probably gonna judge me too. You know what I'm saying, bro? It kind of rough for the boy. You feel me? So, I mean, yeah, essentially, bro, the harsh truth is, at the time, summer 23, I was going through a lot. I felt like, I was alone in this show. I had my dog with me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out my dog, Chris, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had my dog with me, bro. Me and my dog would be talking and stuff. He was helping me through that time and shit. So shout out to my dog, Chris, bro. But yeah, bro, it really felt like I ain't had nobody, bro. It felt like I was just alone, bro. Felt like, I was at the crib. I was getting judged all day and shit, bro. Like, my folks ain't want me to be doing what I was doing. Folks ain't want me to chase my dreams and stuff, I still remember, one time, one day, I was up in the crib. Come on, bro, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Thank you, bro. But these folks out here wilding, bro. What's going on, cuz? I remember, I was in my crib, bro, and, my dad out of nowhere, that shit was so random, too, bro. It's wild, bro. Like, sometimes I just be catching strays from a family, bro. Like, come on, bro. What I even do, bro? Like, what I do, bro? But my dad, I was with my dad and my brother. I wasn't even talking to them, bro. I was ready to go to the bathroom, bro. I was just trying to get to the bathroom, bro. Then my dad stopped me out of nowhere and started talking about, you're like, yeah, my daddy always told me, don't be no clown unless they paying you to be a clown. Then my brother started laughing at me and stuff. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro? Why y'all hating, bro? I mean, that's my reaction now, bro. It's like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all hating? But, at the time, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was going through it like that shit, bro. Like, y'all folk y'all don't even understand, bro. Like, I'm really just out here trying to chase my dreams, bro. Like, bro, and it's wild, too, because, like, you don't even know what I'm going through, bro. Like, I was dealing with my boy just passing, you know what I'm saying? I was already dealing with, feeling like, come on, bro, chill out, bro. Fat pothole for no reason, bro, in the middle of the highway. Like, why, bro? I got my PC in the car with me, bro. Y'all gotta chill. Oh, that motherfucker pushing it. All right, hold on, I'm about to get over. Yeah, the boy was already dealing with a lot. You feel me? Like I said, my boy passed away and shit. I was dealing with, I ain't even really want to bring this up, but I was dealing with some shorty problems too. And that shit was all my fault too. I just want to let y'all know, everything I was dealing with was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Cause I could have dealt with this all better. But I hadn't came into my role yet, bro. I didn't understand everything like I understand now, bro. So, I was just struggling with how everything was playing out at the time, bro. I wouldn't be struggling now today with who I am. But at the time, I was struggling, I had some shorty shit going on, bro. I was struggling with that as well, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was weighing heavy on my mind and stuff. Yeah, bro, like, the boy was already going through it, and then it's like, like I said, bro, I was also dealing with me losing a lot of my love for what I was doing. And it's wild, too, because I was losing my love for what I was doing. It was getting hard to do this YouTube show. And then on top of that, I was living in the crib with my folks that didn't want me to be doing this show in the first place, bro. So, like, I'm already losing my love for this show. Then I got my pops calling me a clown, my brother laughing at me and stuff. Like, come on, bro, what y'all doing, bro? I just try to lock in, bro. I'm already going through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The boy was already going through it, bro. You feel me? I was dealing with all that, and, going back to the shorty show that I was talking about, that I was struggling with a little bit too, that basically just stemmed from everything else that I had going on. Because, I ain't gonna lie, this was a very rough time for me in my life. I was really going through it. I was having a very tough time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, with the girl, bro, I was kind of I just wanted somebody to you know what I'm saying, hold me up during my time of need, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was chopped, bro. Yeah, bro, that shit was chopped, bro. You gonna have to hold yourself up, bro. You a grown man, bro. Can't be relying on no shorty to hold you up. And look now, look at me, bro, holding myself up. I ain't relying on no shorty. I ain't relying on no shorty to hold me up back then, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. Like, shawty, you want to come around, bro? It would have been nice, bro. But it's all good, bro. You ain't had to do it, bro. And she didn't do it, and that's perfectly fine, bro. I ain't got no problem with that. Shouts out to that shawty, bro. Hey, I hope she doing good, bro. But yeah, bro. Moving on. Essentially, I just wanted to lay the groundwork. That I had all that stuff going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really a rough summer for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Summer 23, I had all this going on, and bro, really, like, I was stressing so much at the time, bro. I couldn't sleep, bro. I couldn't sleep. Like, anytime, even if I was tired, I tried getting to bed, bro. I couldn't sleep, bro. Like, I was just, bro, my head was racing, bro. I couldn't sleep, bro. So instead of sleeping, I just tried to just be up at all times, just working, bro. Just work. I had my FedEx shifts. Them Jones would start at like 4:30. A typical day for me would look like go to work 4:30, get back around like 9:30, 10, something like that. Take my shower, immediately start switching over to doing the YouTube stuff. Then just do YouTube all day, unless if it's something else that I gotta do, bro. And then I probably stopped doing YouTube at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, take like an hour, 2-hour nap, and then get back up and do the same thing the next day. And I was wilding, I won't get no sleep. But like I said, bro, I couldn't go to sleep. I was stressing, bro. Every time I try to go to sleep, I just be thinking about, how I lost my dog. I be thinking about like how how I'm dolo in this show, but I ain't got nobody in this show, bro. How my family against me and stuff. So yeah, bro, I was going through it basically, bro. And on top of that, bro, like, I really wasn't enjoying what I was doing with this YouTube show no more, bro. Like, I was really going through it, bro. But I was putting in so much work, though. Like, I was putting in so much work, but I wasn't even enjoying it, though. But yeah, bro, basically, I was just like, bro, I couldn't get to sleep, bro. I couldn't get to sleep. I was just working all day. I tried to drown myself in my work. Because, I had a lot going on at the time, and it's like whenever I felt like I wasn't working, I felt like, life was just kicking my ass. Life was kicking my ass even when I was working, but it won't as intense. Like, if I was just sitting down, like, that's why I couldn't go to sleep. If I just laid in the bed, then, like, my mind would just start racing about all my problems, bro. So it's like, yeah, bro, that shit chop, bro. Let me get back up. You feel me, bro? It's really a blessing that I made it through that summer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I really could have not been here no more, bro. I'm really blessed, bro. Cause I remember, bro, I was thugging it. It just kept going, won't get no sleep. Probably like a month straight, bro. And it was one night, bro, I was on the way back to Richmond from my boy spot in Nova. I was hanging out with him for the day. I had went to his show and stuff, to his cause he an artist, yeah. So I had went to his show and everything, bro, and we was hanging out and stuff. And then he was telling me like I could go back to his spot, take a nap. I was like, nah, bro, I'm straight, bro. I'm gonna just hit the road, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like all my mental and physical exhaustion, that shit just like took over me at that time, bro. Like, it was wild how bad that shit took over me, bro. Like, I kept falling in and out of sleep on the road, bro. I tried to stop at Wawa. I got a fat cup of coffee, bro. That joint ain't do nothing, bro. I was sipping on the coffee. I was still falling asleep, bro. I faded, and it's beautiful because it won't nobody on the road. This was so lucky, bro. It won't nobody on the road. But I was on the highway for about like 15 minutes, bro. I kept falling in and out of sleep, bro. My car gave me a notification. That joint was like, maybe you should pull over and take a coffee break. I was like, I got a fat thing of coffee right here, bro. I can't do it, bro. But yeah, bro, I fell in and out of sleep on that ride, like, probably about like 10 times, bro. 10 to 15 times. I just kept losing consciousness. And like I said, bro, it's really a blessing it's a blessing that I woke up before I smacked into the trees and woke up in the next life, bro. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen to me, bro. So, hey, bro. Hey, come on now. That was my time, bro. You see, the boy I still got more time left, you know what I'm saying? I still got more things I need to do. still got a lot of things that need to happen before it's time for me to get up out of here. So clearly that wasn't my time, but I'm just saying, bro, you know, that I think that that really encapsulates, you know, what I was going through at the time, bro. You know, like it was very tough for the boy. You know what I'm saying? It was very tough for the boy. You feel me? You see me telling the story now. I'm looking back on it. I'm like smiling and stuff and having a good time. But yeah, bro, you know, when I was going through it, bro, it wasn't all this smiling and stuff, bro. That's now, bro. You know, young and I found in peace and stuff, bro. You know, I don't feel no type way about nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know. Got through that shit now. But at the time, bro, you know, like this was a very rough time for me. And especially with my YouTube stuff, with my work, because like I said, bro, like I was really losing a lot of love for that show, and I just had so much going on in my life as well. But y'all might be wondering why I'm telling y'all all this. I'm telling y'all all this, cause hey, bro, regardless of what happened in this shit, I kept going, bro. All that shit I was talking about that I was dealing with at the time, bro, I kept going, bro. Bro, I was at a point, bro, I ain't even like what I was doing no more, bro. I dang near hated this shit, bro. I hated getting up and making these vids. But guess what? I still got up and made these vids, though. You feel me, though? Tough. All right, hold on. Let me lock in real quick. But these folks in Maryland don't be playing, bro. I got to make sure I don't get in no car accident with these folks out here, bro. But yeah, bro, you know, yeah, that's why I'm telling y'all this shit, bro. Like, bro, all that shit I had going on, bro, yeah, I might have hated what I was doing, but guess what? I still got up and I did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been through a lot in this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I dropped that song. I dropped that song on Monday. You know, or it might be last Monday, depending on when I drop these vlogs. It's probably gonna be last Monday. But yeah, I dropped that song 3 years, bro. You know, I done been on this dream chasing shit. Well, I didn't say shit. I done been on this dream chasing shit for 3 years. I done seen a lot of things and I ain't shed no tear. That's facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot in this shit, bro. I done been through a lot in this shit. But guess what? Every day, I still got up and I still made it happen. And you know what I'm saying? I hope that if you are listening to this right now and there's something that you want for yourself, I hope that this video right here and just the way that I live my life and the way that I carry myself and seeing my work, I hope that can inspire you to keep going and to keep giving it your all every day to get to where you want to be, both externally and internally. You know what I'm saying? And just going back to, you know, me losing my love for what I was doing with this show and stuff, you know, I think what I learned from that experience and being able to get to a point where I did get my love for what I was doing back again, and I'm now enjoying what I'm doing. Like as far as YouTube, making art, everything that I'm doing, bro, I've never had more fun with this show than I'm having right now in my life, bro. Like this show is so fulfilling to me right now, and you know, I think what that experience really taught me, it taught me a very valuable lesson. And that lesson is that, you know, even if you start something and your purpose for doing it is, you know, a certain tough. Come on, bro. Why you doing that, bro? Like, people just be wilding up here. Come on, bro. Let me get over, bro. Let me get over. Appreciate you, bro. Split. They want me to, but that shit chop, bro. Bro, they want me to get all the way in the left as soon as I get on the road, bro. These motherfuckers wildin', bro. Yeah, bro, sometimes, you know, you may figure out what you want to do for yourself and figure out a path that you want to go down in your life. And you may have a reason for what you're doing it for. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you may have, like, at the time, what you feel like is the perfect reason to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you may feel extremely fulfilled by doing what you're doing at the time, you know? But that can change, bro. That can change. And you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you know, really forging the life that you want for yourself and clawing your way to the top to get to where you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, even if it was feeling very fulfilling and very rewarding and you had all of this love in this, at one point you may lose that. But when you do lose that, what I want to encourage anybody that's listening to this to do is to not just give up, you know what I'm saying? Because I certainly could have gave up at that time where I felt like I had lost my love for what I was doing, and I felt like I was confused, like why this don't feel like it used to feel, you know what I'm saying? Why does my work have to feel like this now, you know what I'm saying? If you get to that point, I encourage anybody listening to this to, you know, not just give up on it, you know what I'm saying? Not just give up on it, and rather look to finding a new purpose and finding a new meaning for what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to do. That's what allowed me to, you know, get over that hump that I was at as far as my work, and, you know, get to the other side where I could start to enjoy what I was doing again, and I could start to feel fulfilled by what I was doing, by what I was doing again, you know? Because when I had first started my YouTube channel, what I initially wanted this to be, and what I initially wanted to get out of this, was I wanted to, you know, just do something that I enjoy, which is, you know, like play video games, or maybe react to some songs or something like that, listen to music, just do things that I enjoy, and be able to, you know, entertain other people while doing things that I enjoy. And goddamn, you feel me? I felt that if I could do things that I enjoy, and I could entertain other people while I was doing that, and, you know, on top of that, maybe make some money off of it one day, you know, that would be beautiful, you know? So that was my original purpose for, you know, really starting with this YouTube stuff, you feel me? But eventually that wasn't good enough no more, bro, you know what I'm saying? And not only was it not good enough, bro, that show, like, I was like, bro, I wasn't feeling that show no more, bro. I really wasn't feeling that show no more, bro. I'm like, bro, this show lame, bro. You know, like I said, bro, it had got to a point where I really wasn't enjoying what I was doing no more. And at the time, I was confused for a while, and I didn't know where to go from there and how to get my love back for what I was doing. But, you know, I think a lot of us, when we start doing something, when we first come up with the idea, and we first come up with the purpose for why we're doing what we're doing, we don't ever want to, you know, repurpose it. We feel like that initial or that original purpose is like sacred and you can't touch it and stuff. But I mean, that's not really the case, you know? When I had first started with YouTube, you know, that my original reason for doing it and making the vids was perfectly fine, you know? It worked perfectly fine. It wasn't a problem for me or nothing. So I was having fun with it. I was enjoying it. I felt fulfilled. But eventually, somewhere down the line, it didn't feel the same anymore. And at that time, but goddamn, I know that turn signal probably been tweaking, bro. My bad, y'all. But when that happened, like I said, I was confused at the time, and I didn't even feel like repurposing what I was doing was even an option. I didn't feel like trying to come up with a different, you know, approach to my channel was an option, because I felt like, you know, like sometimes you think you like your original approach is like sacred and you gotta just stick to it. But that's not the case, y'all. That's not the case. You know, sometimes you might outgrow old things, and that's exactly what happened to me, bro. I outgrew my old purpose for you know, doing what I was doing, bro. So I had to, you know, repurpose while I was doing what I was doing. You feel me? And now I've shifted, you know, my reason for doing this YouTube stuff, and just my reason for making all of my artistic expression. My reason that I do this now is, you know, I want to put all of me out to the world, you know, not just one aspect of me. And that's what I was doing originally, because I was so focused on entertaining people. I tried to just, you know, always, you know, in all my videos, keep myself at a real high energy level and always be acting a certain way, which, I mean, I might have acted like that sometimes, But I mean, it's not like I was always like that, bro, you know. But I was trying to keep my videos as, you know, entertaining as they could be, because, you know, my purpose originally was to be entertaining. But now I'm not worried about entertaining anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. I mean, if I do entertain somebody, that's beautiful. But what I'm trying to do is I want to, you know, still do the things that I enjoy, do the things that I love, and put all of me into those things, and put all of me into that work. You know, whatever I'm doing, whatever art that I be making, whatever artistic expression it may be, I want to, you know, be able to fully put myself in it, fully enthrall myself in it. And, you know, essentially what I want to do is I want to inspire anybody or make a connection with them, with anybody that feels like they can connect with and resonate with whatever form of artistic expression that I may be putting out. And, you know, that may be a scary gameplay video. That may be, you know, a regular gameplay video. It may be my anime videos. It could be my vlogs. It could be some reaction videos. It could be the music that I'm making. It could be anything. But essentially what I'm doing is, regardless of what it is that I'm doing, whether it's music, whether it's a reaction video, whether it's a gaming video, whether it's a vlog, no matter what it is, I'm trying to stay true to myself. And I want to, you know, really just be myself and put myself in my art, you know. And by being able to do that, I feel that by giving the world all of me, whoever I can, you know, connect with, or whoever I can inspire, you know, there's nothing more genuine than that. Because if I'm inspiring anyone, or if I'm connecting with anyone, that's fully me connecting with them. That's not just one aspect or one face that I may wear, one mask that I may wear. That's fully me. You're connecting with me as a person, you know. And I think that's beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that's beautiful. And on top of that, I don't have to hold anything back from my videos. I don't have to hold anything back from my music. I don't have to hold anything back from anything that I may be doing artistically. And, you know, that's how it was at first, originally. Because like I said, I was only trying to show one side of myself. So naturally, I was holding back other sides of myself. You feel me? And that's just not what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I'm not trying to hold nothing back. Cause I mean, pretty much my whole life I've been holding back from other people, bro. So it's like you hold back from everybody, and you're gonna hold back from your artistic expression too, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, somebody need to get the raw, unfiltered, or somebody or something need to get the raw, unfiltered, you know, everything. So give something everything. And I won't give it nothing everything. But now I'm giving this everything, you know. But essentially, I've been rambling this video. If I just did this video, like, you know, while I wasn't driving on the highway and stuff in Maryland, probably would have been easier. But hey, I mean, look, we already here now, bro. I'm already at my destination pretty much at this point. It's behind us already. But yeah, you know, big picture, you know, hey man, you know, it's valleys and peaks to this, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's valleys and peaks to this. It's gonna be ups and downs to it. And it may be a time where, you know, you feel like I said, you feel like you hate what you're doing. But even if you get to that point, you know, I want all of y'all that's out there, you know, chasing your dreams and trying to build the life that you want for yourselves. I want you all to see through it and keep going, you know. And don't think that you can't repurpose why you're doing what you're doing. You know, if you feel like you're starting to lose love for it, you can repurpose what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Or you can repurpose why you're doing what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I felt like there was something wrong with that myself. And honestly, I didn't even really think of, you know, even trying to repurpose. But this dream chasing stuff, this trying to build the life that you want for yourself stuff, man, it's just like life, bro. It's gonna be ups, it's gonna be downs. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna be great, if you wanna get to where you wanna be, then hey, bro, you just gotta keep going, bro. You know, you'll never lose. You'll never lose a day in your life, ever, as long as you keep going. The only time you lose is when you quit, bro. Only time you fail is when you quit. Any L that you take along your path, that's just a lesson. Not until you quit will you truly lose. But yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just to close it out, I've been talking for a little minute, but just to close it out, you know, 2,000 subscribers. Like I said, I'm really feeling good, bro. You know, I'm feeling real good right now. You know, thank y'all for 2,000 subscribers. Thank y'all for all the support on the channel and stuff. You know, I appreciate it. And you know, anybody that has, you know, I guess subscribed, or you know, anybody that has, you know, connected with any of the art that I've been putting out, any of the videos I've been making, whatever. I'm glad that, you know, it could connect with you. You know, any support that, you know, you all send my way, I truly do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all very much. And yeah, bro, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go up in here. I'm at my auntie crib. I'm about to go up, bust up in my auntie crib. You know what I'm saying? Ask her for something to eat or something. 2,000 subscribers, bro. I appreciate y'all, bro. Real talk. Appreciate y'all. And, you know, make sure y'all keep y'all heads up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all keep y'all heads up. And like I said, bro, you know, if you're on that grind, if you're on that dream chasing shit, bro, you know, just keep at it, bro. Keep at it. No matter how hard it get, it's gonna get hard, bro. But just keep going, bro. Just keep going, bro. You will never, ever fail until you quit. Then you'll fail. But as long as you don't never quit, you could be in your casket, bro. As long you keep going to your casket, you never fail, bro. Real talk. And then, for all my folks, if you're not on that dream chasing show, you know, hey, bro, get on it, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? It ain't nothing in this world that can hold you. Forget this world. It ain't nothing in this universe and beyond. Because I know it's more, it's like multiple universes or something. The space stuff is kind of weird, bro. I don't get space, bro. But yeah, bro, all of this, everything, bro. Everything. Space and beyond infinity, bro. Infinity and beyond, bro. As Lightning McQueen. No, that's not Lightning McQueen. What's the dude name? Marilyn Monroe? That's definitely not right. I don't know, bro. I forgot what his name is. Dude off Toy Story. The gadget dude. Huh? But yeah, bro. There's really nothing in this life that can stop you from greatness except for yourself, bro. So I would just advise you not to stop yourself, you know, and go out and get what you want to get, you know. And I promise you, you got it in you, bro. You got it in you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out here that don't got it in you. But you know, you just gotta really ground yourself to this. Once you say you're gonna do it, really do it. Go all in, no matter how long it take, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could be 50 and I ain't get to where I want to get yet. Guess what? I'ma still be grinding, bro. Shoot, even when I get to where I want to get, I'ma still be grinding, bro. Cause this me, bro. This me, bro. You know what I'm saying? This my life, bro. This the path that I chose for myself. So I gotta walk down it, right? All right, now let me stop talking, bro. I appreciate y'all if y'all watched this far. It's a very long video, but yeah, bro. You know, I'm gonna catch y'all, bro. Hope y'all have a great day, great night if it's nighttime, and you know, I hope y'all at peace. And if not, you know, I hope y'all get to a state where y'all are at peace. That's supposed to be the intro, but we're just gonna do that for the outro. All right, I'm gonna go.